Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Alex. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a former British Army sniper. Unless you were living under a rock, you'll notice that the new Battlefield trailer just dropped. So, we're going to take a look through, spot some hidden secrets, and see what details I can find. If you like the video, feel free to give it a like, and subscribe if you want to stick around for more. Let's jump right in. So obviously this isn't gameplay footage, but it is in-game footage, so it should represent kinda how the game is gonna look. And if we take a pause here, we can see the wingsuits. The wingsuit individuals' kit and equipment looks like they have some kind of low-bearing chest rig. They seem to have a lot of smoke grenades. I think I can see 3 frag grenades attached to the back. Tourniquets. Pretty low amount of equipment that an individual would carry. Maybe this is more of a light roll, quick and on their feet type specialist. Let's carry on. Ooh, not nice. Okay, and moving on, we can see some kind of armor column. I'm not the greatest with armored fighting vehicle recognition. I was light infantry, so we kind of avoided armor as much as we could when I was in the military. However, looking at this armor column, we can see pretty good amount of detail on them. They're quite futuristic. This doesn't look like a real tank. It looks like a slightly modified futuristic version. But we can see the tubes there on the side. They are for firing smoke canisters for deception. And they seem to have some sort of automatically controlled mounted machine gun on the top, as well as obviously the main battle barrel. And as you just saw there, that where that tank fired the round, which then penetrated the secondary tank, that was called a cook-off. So when tanks kill other tanks, or anti-tank launchers hit tanks, they don't blow them to pieces. The round will penetrate through the hull of the tank with a small explosive charge at the tip, causing a significant amount of damage, causing a hole about that big. And then from there, it will fire basically molten lead inside the tank, all right, which will then bounce all around the tank and pretty much just fuck anyone's day inside it. And it effectively looks like that. So these guys here appear to have quite futuristic and quite expensive equipment. So whether they are, more specialist or more AI-controlled members, but these guys seem to be a lot more decked out than the previous guys who are dressed in grey. These guys all have high-cut helmets, optical helmets. This guy's got camelback on his rear for water, so you can drink water on the move. He seems to have a lot better equipped than previous. And we see some guys climbing up the side of the things there, so hopefully that hints at a bit more movement in Battlefield. Right, these guys here then. This guy on the left appears to have some kind of shotgun. Not really sure what that could be. Seems to be a modified version. It's quite a slight futuristic take on a shotgun. Again, high-cut helmets and quite futuristic or expensive looking gear. You'd probably only see guys wearing this sort of equipment in special mission units, special forces, or direct action role units like the SEALs or Raiders or Army Rangers. The guy on the right, however, he's quite an interesting looking guy. Okay, so he's got a visor fitted that normally would only be used in like riot conditions. However, in this, it could be like a perk or a special bit of kit or equipment, which could be used for anti-flashbang, anti-frag, stuff like this. Maybe reduces the risk of face shot penetration. He also appears to have some sort of device on his left hand, and he has some kind of weapon with a flashlight on the front. Let's keep going. Okay, so we've got a better look at him here. Yeah, he kind of has something on his wrist there. Could be a GPS, but he's got some kind of AK platform weapon, quite modified. It looks like it has a dove sight, OKP dove sight on the side, and he has a mag light attached to the side of his helmet. Interestingly enough, he has what looks to be a blue Siloom or glow stick in the side of his helmet. These would normally only ever be used in this way on ranges, night ranges, stuff like that, to denote safety, who will be running the range. It would never really be used in a tactical environment like this. It doesn't pay to have a giant blue glow stick on your head. It's quite an easy thing to aim at. And he also appears to have bright blue paracord coming out of his day sack at the back. Little unusual choice of colour, but I imagine this is going to be the specialist, who I believe has a grappling gun. But yeah. So if we stop here, just before this guy gets the good news in the neck, we can see an emblem on his chest. It's very similar to the British Army's colour sergeant or staff sergeant rank, 3 stripes and an emblem above it. Whether this is just the character specialist, or maybe this is a rank that you have earned and is then portrayed on your body armour, I have no idea. So yeah, as we can see there, he got stabbed in the neck, and it was taken away from him by this guy called Espinoza. Now, this guy has a lot of red on him. His gas canister is got a red slash on it. The dog tags he's just took off that guy have red, which means I'm guessing they could be claimed. So I'm guessing maybe the blue Silooms in the side of their head were denoting that they were friendly forces, so you'd be playing them and they were blue, or blue team perhaps, like Halo, and these guys are the red team. That would just be my guess at this guy, but this guy seems to be a bit of a unit. He's got the high collar, I can't think of the word now, high collar blast pads. These stop fragmentation going up into your face. He has a tourniquet on his side as well as some peltors and well, I'm guessing that's a flashlight on his side, but yeah, bit of a beast, this guy. So this thing here, driving past the penguins, is I believe called a Ripsaw. Personally, I'd never heard of this before Battlefield. I believe it is actually a real thing though. I've never come across it. It probably does exist, but the thing with the military is they spend a lot of money and they buy some quite fancy bits of kit like this. However, I don't know where it goes, because no unit I've ever seen has decent kit and equipment. It is all shit. It is all 30 years old. It is all, yeah, not up to standard. There is no military infantry unit that has good standard equipment. You know, the budget is 99% gone to pilots and aviation, like helicopters and special forces, and the rest of us just get the trickle down. It does look cool though. This kind of rocket launch in here. Moving into Qatar map now, I believe, with these helicopters having a fight. Appears to be an Apache chasing a little bird. Now that was a pretty intense scene. I'm not, like I said, I've dealt with a lot of light infantry roles, and my armoured fighting vehicle recognition is not the best. This may be complete bullshit, but I'm fairly certain flying round tight skyscrapers like this doesn't actually work, because the air from the rotors can't be pulled in or something due to the close nature of the buildings. I may be completely wrong, but yeah. It's just an interesting fact. Might not even be a real fact. So here we can see this individual here, I believe is the chick, has a blue Siloom again, possibly denoting she's on the blue team. She also appears to have a medic patch on her back, and as you can see here again, more high tech, high cut helmets, peltors. That thing on the back of her head is most likely a counterweight. So when you put your night vision on, they're big and they're pretty fucking heavy, and you end up getting a sore neck from holding your head up. So you can attach a counterweight to the back of your helmet, so then your whole head becomes heavier rather than just the front. Look at that. Killing helicopters with a quad bike. Not sure why you'd have a quad bike on top of a skyscraper though. I don't really know what the use for that is, other than killing helicopters. And just an interesting fact, that VAM AFT 501 is the name for a 501 Marine jet training squadron. So might just be an Easter egg, or maybe shit has hit the fan that badly that training squadrons are now having dogfights. And you can't even watch this and not smile. Killing a tank with a Carl Gustav killing a jet with a Carl Gustav rocket, and then jumping back into your own jet is pretty fucking cool. Now this here is actually the most interesting scene for me here. There's a lot going on. Obviously there's jets flying past, explosions. This looks like the Korea map again. We've got a couple of guys running around here. So this guy here is the sniper, okay? He's got pretty cool gear. As you can see on his chest, he actually has a drop-down panel. This is most likely going to be used to control his drone. Now this individual here with the red on his chest could possibly, like I said before, denoting he's on red team. He has this kind of... it's hard to explain what it is on his back, but it looks to me like some kind of electronic countermeasures or a jammer, whether it jams radio or perhaps it jams C4, or it looks to me like some kind of electronic countermeasure, especially in the way it's being carried in the back, which is an interesting thing. He also appears to have some kind of flashlights or maybe real low line optics there on his eyes. And as you can see, now we get a better look at all these guys here. So we've got, obviously, I'm guessing these are all the different specialists. Again, we've got the guy who looks like the colour sergeant with the riot visor. We have the wingsuit with, obviously, now you can see much better all the smoke grenades on her. Maybe that's something, a bit kind of ability for her. We can see this guy again. He's got some quite, looks to be real low profile night vision goggles. I wish every night vision goggle I had was that small. They were normally about this big and out here. But yeah, we can also see these other two individuals over here in the background. They appear to have some kind of antlers, which could be interesting. When I've been watching this through, I've got no idea what they could be, unless maybe they're a medic class and they would be used for, lighting torch onto whatever they're doing, whether it be applying tourniquets or bandages. Yeah, who knows? This individual here with the antlers, you see, and the massive tornado. And here we can see again this Espinoza guy. Obviously he's in different attire now, and there's no sort of red markings over him, which means he possibly could be on a different team now. But he appears to always have his face covered, this guy, and yeah, but he's still got the iconic blast collar. That's quite a nice shot here. So as you can see, this individual here appears to have a vector with some kind of ACOG sight on it. And the individual there, which looks to be, he has some kind of radio attached to his front left there. Next to what appears to be a tourniquet. And you can see this kind of jammer looking thing over in his back. And he appears to have some kind of UMP type submachine gun. So just a quick look at some of the more new weapons and stuff here. And there we go. What a trailer, I have to say. What a trailer. And we'll look forward to the gameplay reveal June 13th, 2021. So yeah, thank you very much for watching the video. If you did like it, please feel free to give it a like. And if you want to stick around for some more, then hit the subscribe button. And peace out. I'll see you in the next one.